Hi, I'm Gina at Direct Digital and welcome to this Direct Knowledge film. In this episode we're looking at how to set up a Briese reflector with tungsten light, which is similar to the HMI and flash setups you'll find in our other films. We supply the tungsten lights with 2K or 5K options. Start by assembling the reflector as you would with the other light sources, using the essential setup helpers. Face the reflector to the floor and insert the helper rod. Clip that into place, then turn the reflector over and slide the cap down the rod and clip to lock. You can then open up the reflector. To do that, find yourself a sturdy wall for the larger units. For the 100 and smaller units, the floor is fine. And carefully push the centre of the reflector in until you hear it click positively. You can now remove the setup helper and place the reflector facing down on the floor. We're now ready to add the stand mount. Open the orange collar clip and with the flat side of the mount facing the reflector, place over the rear of the reflector and snap shut. Place it onto your stand and secure. The arm allows you to move the reflector up and down once the orange handle is released. For 2K tungsten, place the guide ring in the back of the reflector and make sure it's aligned and secured. There's also a guide clip on the front of the unit that needs to line up. Release the clip, then compress before attaching and locking it in place. If you're using 5K tungsten, you'll add the HMI guide ring here. It's a bigger focus tube, so there's no need for a front reducing clip. Attach the focus tube to the head. Be careful here to align the pins. You'll see one pin slightly offset to help them align properly. It should go in smoothly without needing to force it. Now tighten down the locking collar. Once you've assembled the focus tube and head, you need to insert it into the back of the reflector and lock the brake. Attach the tungsten tube, being extra careful to align the pins. The counterlight reflector clips on the end of the Pyrex lamp housing. This makes sure the light bounces into the reflector. Place the safety clip to stop the tube being pulled out too far and ejecting the tube onto the floor. Before switching the unit on, make sure lamp 1 is fully dimmed and the buttons for lamp 2 and 3 are switched off to avoid damaging the unit. The 5K unit has 4 buttons for dimming each of the 4 lamps. One press to switch on and hold down to use the dimmer. If you want to add diffusion, start by pulling the focus tube back so it's out of the way. Then start at one side and flex the plastic tab back and onto the spoke. Work your way around the reflector until it's fully fitted. It should be taut when finished. An optional skirt can be attached with Velcro to control light spill. There's also an optional egg crate which has its own diffuser, which is mounted first with different fittings to the standard diffuser, followed by the egg crate over the top. Use the focus tube to shape the light as needed, push fully in to flood and out for spot. And you can adjust the brightness with a combination of the switches and dimmers on the head. When you're ready to break down the reflector, remove the guide ring clip. Attach the setup helper clip inside. Close the brake and remove the rear guide ring. Place reflector on the floor. Insert the setup helper rod from the rear and push firmly down to collapse the reflector. There's a knack for the large reflectors. Hold it up above your head by the setup helper rod, jump up in the air and pull at the same time to close it down. We've got a full range of Briese lights in all sizes and light sources. As ever, get in touch if you have any questions or you would like to book a demo for this or any other equipment for your next production. Thanks and goodbye until next time.